A-Train is slowly becoming my favorite character on The Boys, and that is definitely a far shot from how I felt about the character during this series' first episode. So while you can definitely say what you want about the quality of the show, one of the things I definitely feel has to receive credit is the character arc and development of A-Train. Because we really have to think about the fact that this entire series started with A-Train literally running through somebody and not even stopping afterwards because he was too much of an a-hole to care about it. And he also had no problem unaliving his own girlfriend at the time, who he considered to be the one good thing he had about his life. Also, he could save himself. And the fact that he was able to overcome his addiction to Compound V, even though that was the one driving force behind all of his evil actions, I definitely feel like he's an underrated character. But they definitely been showing him a lot of love in the writer's room during the past few seasons, and I feel like one of the moments that really allowed me to see that was his interactions with Blue Hawk. Now, I for one really enjoyed season 3, and I can say that without a doubt, one of the very best parts is the moment where A-Train delivers justice to Blue Hawk. And one of the reasons I was most satisfied with that was not only how he did it, but because it represented A-Train finally growing to a point of such contempt for the actions of Vought and the suffering and injustices of other people, that he finally took a second to not care about the consequences and how it would impact him, and did something that would actually result in the betterment of a community. Now, granted, you might be able to say that he only did that because his own brother was one of the people who were affected, and while that is safe to say, there is definitely other soups in the series of The Boys who have arguably reached lower points, yet still have not made that decision to turn around and join the good side. So the fact that A-Train was able to do that at all is definitely a testament to his character. And there's even a moment during season 3 where he tries to apologize to Huey again. And even though you could say it's kind of weird how he went about doing it, he definitely was being sincere. You can tell that he was really sorry. However, none of that to me was enough justification to give him a hero's ending. But that very quickly changed during these first few episodes of season 4, because throughout literally all of season 4 so far, A-Train has been the saving grace, and he's arguably low-key joined the boys. It seems like he's finally got tired and fed up of Homelander's shenanigans and has finally started to realize that the opposing side may actually have a chance of defeating him. But beyond that, it seems like he's just tired of running away from all of his problems, and that he just genuinely desires to do the good thing. So I'm definitely all for that. I think it definitely did really impact him when his brother told his nephews that he wasn't a hero in front of him, and it really resonated with him and kind of forced him to have to sit with his actions and how it's caused suffering in other people. But you can tell that he's really ready for redemption once he saves Huey's life from Homelander with no prior involvement in the situation, solely just because he wanted to save Huey. And I definitely do feel like that is a sign that he is ready to right his wrongs and atone for all of his sins. But the moment that low-key almost made me tear up was after A-Train successfully stole Compound V from Homelander in order to give it to Huey, in an effort to save Huey's dad. And A-Train was fully under the impression that even after he did this, Huey would still hate him and forever be disgusted by him. However, at the last moment, Huey decides that he is ready to forgive A-Train for all of their problems. And I'm not gonna lie, it's moments like that in a show that is as dark as The Boys is meant to show you that even though life can be really dark at times, it's also genuinely really beautiful. And we do not have to be defined as people by our worst moments. And I definitely think that scene alone, the fact that Huey himself is ready to forgive him, is all the proof that we need that A-Train is worthy of redemption. Which is definitely different from the case of someone like Homelander, who, even though I feel that they are trying to set up to have some version of a tragic redemption, I don't feel is at the point where he is ready to be considered for forgiveness, because he is still using his own traumas to justify him committing horrendous actions against other people. So ultimately, that brings the question everybody's asking: is A-Train gonna die then? And while the evidence may be pointing towards it for some, my answer to that question is an indefinite no. I actually think this season is gonna consist more so along the lines of him leaving the control of Vought and slowly making his way over to the side of Huey, Butcher, and the rest of the boys, which means we might finally be adding another male soup to the group. And ultimately, I feel like that's way more exciting and way more reasonable as a fully fleshed out character arc for him to start on the side of the evil corporate soups, pretending to be a real hero, and then eventually actually end up becoming a hero and joining the boys. But if he does end up getting whacked this season, I wouldn't be all that surprised. I mean, he's definitely teetering along the lines of being in the danger zone, especially after that episode where he stole Compound V. I mean, you went in Homelander's room of all people. I don't know if Homelander's gonna smell him or however Homelander's gonna find out if Ashley tells him, but yeah, A-Train might end up being in danger. However, I think it would be way more likely to see his death happen in season 5, maybe in a final war type arc with all the evil soups versus the rest of the world, and he ends up sacrificing himself to save Starlight or Huey or something like that. I definitely see him going out in a much more grander way. However, that's just my thoughts on the situation. Definitely let me know how you feel about A-Train's survivability likeliness in the comment section. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining my channel membership if you haven't already. Also, make sure you join the Discord where we're giving away $100 on the 27th. The link is in my bio, and I'll see you guys in my next The Boys video. I love you. I appreciate you all. Sun God signing off.
I come in clutch like a genie. Don't talk unless you need me. You talk too much, you need it. All of my bitch she's look like model, she in love with me. When we link, it's flashing lights and cameras, got a blammer.